J.K. Rowling. Fact file. Name: Joanne Jo Rowling. Date of birth: 31st July 1965. Nationality: British. Famous books: The Harry Potter series. Favorite authors: Jane Austen and J.R.R. Tolkien, author of fantasy story Lord of the Rings. Likes: sketching and playing the guitar. Timeline: 1965, born in Yate, South Gloucestershire, UK. 1997, first Harry Potter book published. 1998, awarded British Children's Book of the Year. 2000, OBE for services to children's literature. 2001, first Harry Potter film released. 2008, British Book Awards Lifetime Achievement. Stories and a Scar. Jo's earliest memory is the birth of her sister Dee when she was nearly 2 years old. Like many sisters, they were the best of friends except when they were fighting. Jo once hurled a battery at Dee and it made a small scar just above her eyebrow. Her best-known character, Harry Potter, has a scar on his forehead, too. Emma Watson plays Hermione Granger in the Harry Potter films. Acting up. Jo has said that the character of clever, book-loving Hermione is based on herself at the age of 11. She was already a keen storyteller, and she and her sister would act out the tales she dreamed up. At birth, Jo's name was Joanne Rowling. A publisher said more boys would read her book if she changed it, so she added her grandmother's name, Kathleen, and became J.K. Rowling. You can do it! At secondary school, Jo met Sean Harris, who owned a car like the one that flies in the Chamber of Secrets, a book that she dedicated to him. He was a good friend, and the only person at the time who believed Jo would become a successful writer. The famous flying car was based on her friend's Ford Anglia. Work and writing. Jo studied French at Exeter University. She finished her degree in 1987 and then moved to London, where she worked at a few different office jobs. She wrote all the time, creating 2 novels for adults that have never been published. In 1990, Jo was on a long train journey when she suddenly had an idea for the character of a boy who doesn't know he has magic skills until he is invited to wizard school. I had been writing almost continuously since the age of 6, but I had never been so excited about an idea before. J.K. Rowling. The struggle. Just after Christmas 1990, tragedy struck the Rowling family when Jo's mother died from multiple sclerosis (MS) at the age of 45. Jo was devastated. Needing to get away, she took a job teaching English in Portugal. Here she met and married Jorge Arantes in 1992, and they had a daughter called Jessica. Jo and Jorge were not happy together, so Jo came back to Britain to live in Edinburgh. She brought with her the huge pile of notes she had built up since 1990 for a series of 7 Harry Potter books. Jo always meant Harry Potter to be a series of 7 books. Jo scribbled the names of the houses in Hogwarts onto the only paper she could find at the time, an aeroplane sick bag. Classroom and cafes. Jo was short of money, but she was still determined to be a writer, and continued drafting the first Harry Potter book. Sometimes, she left her cold, dingy flat and sat in a cafe to keep warm, writing while Jessica slept in her pushchair. Jo used to write in cafes in Edinburgh, where she lived. Wizard Progress. By 1995, the book was finished and Jo sent it to agents in London. She was lucky. The second agent agreed to try to get it published. 12 publishers turned down the story of the boy wizard, but in August 1996, Bloomsbury agreed to publish her book. Harry Potter was about to meet the world. Most publishers can't cope with the huge number of stories they receive, so they rely on agents to suggest the best ones. Getting an agent helps a writer to get their book noticed by publishers. A world superstar. The magic moment that launched J.K. Rowling as a top international author was when the American publisher, Scholastic Press, loved her book and offered $105,000, about £66,000, to publish it in the USA. This was a massive deal for an author with no previous books to her name. Harry Potter got a wizard response, selling well and winning many prizes. Over the next 10 years, Jo worked from her careful notes to write the rest of the series. The magical saga was made into 8 blockbuster films, with lots of spin-off toys and games. There is even a theme park named after Harry. Children can step inside Jo's stories at a Harry Potter theme park. I knew how difficult it would be just to get a book published. I was a completely unknown writer. I certainly could never have expected what's happened. It's been a real shock. J.K. Rowling. International celebrity. Jo is now a global superstar and one of the wealthiest writers in the world. She uses her fame and wealth to support many charities, including those that help single mothers and sufferers of MS, the disease that killed her mother. Jo still loves writing and working on new projects. In 2011, she launched Pottermore, a website packed with background information on the Harry Potter books. Millions of children around the world can't wait to find out what she is going to publish next. Jo attends movie premieres and book signings. She is pictured with her second husband, Neil Murray.